I don't know if we have anything more painful than the extra small Abe Link.
That's the worst punishment we can have.
Perfect. Thank you. We're so creative. All right, they are in there.
Slender Lincoln. All right, boys and girls, this is it. Game number 1 starts now. Let's jump into it. We've got 2 casters to take it away.
Hello, Sunshine here with Cinder and Captain's Draft 4.0 Miner, presented by Events DC. Cinder, you have great posture.
Thank you.
Do you care if I touch you?
No, that's
Is that okay?
That's okay.
Okay,
as long as it's on camera.
Let's get in game.
I need evidence.
Great to hear. Thank you. Great time and age for the world. Anyway, we got paiN Gaming versus Mineski. This is the best of 3. Remember, this is single elimination. So loser of this series is done, Cinder. And how do you feel about that as an ex-player?
Ex-player. Nice. Good one.
Thank you.
I think single elimination games are obviously always very exciting for both the teams and the fans, right? There's a lot on the line. You don't get that second life. Arguably, you could say that, in a way, the group stage was a bit of one of your first lives if you would think that that some teams in the tournament are a lot stronger than others. Then if you had a better group stage placement, maybe could have got a better matchup, if you think of it that way. But paiN, obviously, ending last in their group, get a really tough opponent in this game. They're going to be playing Mineski, who looked very dominant in their group, actually. They beat, who was it? They beat Secret. And beat
everyone. They beat everybody.
They beat both, right? So, as far as this game goes, I actually like paiN's draft quite a bit in this game. I think they have the right type of lineup to run with Drow. They have the Tidehunter who can go in front and tank for the Drow so you can hit towers. They have good team fight with both the Ravage and the Overgrowth so that their ranged heroes can get the damage done. And at the same time, they're playing a Drow strat which is very timing based and very aggressive into a lineup that's slow. Like every lineup that has Spectre is bound to not play the fastest kind of Dota. So I think paiN got themselves a pretty good draft here, and I think they realized that the Drow pick could become a problem for themselves as well when the Quap was first picked by Mineski.
Yeah, but we got a Dark Willow, my friend.
We got a Dark Willow, and it's Ice 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 this time.
That's the dream. We were talking about what role she would be playing. You thought it would be 4. I had no idea. Because we've seen it literally every position, I think, this tournament. Maybe not one position, but 2 through 5 for sure.
Who played at mid?
I don't remember. I might just be making that up to make myself sound smart. That's a possibility as well. But it will be an off-lane Dark Willow. We'll see how strong she is. I think this is a good test bed for that.
Yeah, I like the hero more in a core position than a support position. Mineski did play it on position, I believe, 5 yesterday and actually did win the game.
You're going to have to hold these horses, my friend. Ninja Boogie's going to get first blooded by Duster on paiN. He's going to attempt to run away on Rubik, but will not get away. So 1 for 1, first blood, though.
That's a dual lane versus a tri-lane, and they get the first blood. Very surprising. A little bit of
How do you feel about Spectre in these types of situations? It feels like at least historically speaking, quite a weak hero.
Yeah,
in the early stages of the game.
Spectre's laning is one of the worst out of any hero. It's melee, it has low damage, it's not very fast, like the base move speed is bad, the nuke deals more or less insignificant damage. So most of the time what gives Spectre a successful laning stage is either that you flat out outnumber your opponent so Spectre can farm, or that you lane dodge. Or that Spectre plays a comeback style. Actually, nice cask up top here into the fissure.
Yeah, Duster's in a bit of trouble, but the telekinesis will be there. He's blocked up by the fissure, though. Attempting to get out. Spectral daggers there, though, completely blocked up. Might actually get away with just sub 50 HP. Jabs, in the meantime, is going to get gushed. Trying to walk away as best he can. Looks like the right click will take him down by Duster. And Tavo just a beast of burden in this lane right now.
Nice kill. They actually had enough damage because he skilled the gush and they have the Drow aura. So Rubik hits just a little bit harder. And I actually think that extra 3 damage made the difference there with a couple of attacks he got in. So nice from paiN. I'm a bit surprised they didn't use the tree in this lane.
He's going to go down the right clicks of Moon. Nice fissure there from Jabs. As he's going to pick up a haste room, back on his way towards top.
Welcome back into the game, JJ Backup Audio.
Oh, thank you.
Good to see you.
Oh yeah, big shout out to Pimp Muckle, who's taken over for camera. I was thinking about making that my side career, but after yesterday, that was a debacle, to say the least.
So far, I can't tell the difference.
Okay. Oh, we haven't missed a kill yet, have we? Pretty sure I missed the first kill of the first cast. So, definite improvement here so far.
You've been doing great, Shane.
Thanks, buddy.
You're really good.
You're a real gem. Thanks for coming. Thanks for taking time away from your playing career to cast with me. You're the best, buddy.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Tavo right now, level 3. 2 levels in Anchor Smash. So at what point does it become almost unkillable in this lane, do you feel? Or is there a point?
The Mineski lane is just pretty weak at killing Tide. You see, it's very unusual that Tide will not have a point in Kraken Shell at level 3, but the fact that he hasn't skilled it shows that he has this understanding that this Mineski lane just doesn't really deal damage. Like Shaker has low damage, Witch Doctor is okay, but they don't have anything to really make this Maledict tick up There's no damage coming out of the carry, so I would say Tavo's in a pretty good spot. He might skill Kraken Shell on level 4, but already with this Raindrop and Magic Stick, he's kind of unkillable, I would say. Well. So far so good for paiN in that top lane. In the mid lane, as expected, Moon is doing very well on the Queen of paiN. I think this is his best hero. Mineski also played it yesterday, I believe. Maybe twice even. They definitely played it once. And Ice is level 4 in the offlane on Dark Willow, so...
Fissure will miss. HFN will be healthy for now. Bottom lane, though, we're going to have a Bramble come out. He's just going to hide inside the trees. That's a good Treant protector. Invis rune here for Ice, though. Now, this is an interesting here. We talked about him in the beginning of the game, but what are you expecting from him at this stage? Do you think somebody takes over in the offlane at some point and he starts roaming a bit? Because I've seen a lot of that in this tournament in Midas mode as well.
I think if you're having this good of a start on Dark Willow, you probably want to stay in the offlane as long as you can get free levels. Like when you're almost level 5, minute 4, obviously that's one of the weaknesses of Drow, not the best laner, and they put Treant here because she kind of needs help with playing this lane. If you're getting free levels like this, I think you stay and you just keep leveling up as much as possible. And if there's a fight happening, you can always TP rotate. And it's going to get rooted and gusted, actually. Decent damage coming out from paiN here, but...
he's at half HP, but he's not scared. He can put down a Bramble. Again, look at that damage towards a Treant. Easy kill for Ice. Underestimating the power of the Fairy Woman. Is that appropriate to say? Fairy Woman? Are fairies women? They're in between. I don't know what they are.
You can do better.
All right, we'll work on that as the tournament. It's the first game of the playoffs, so we'll have plenty of time.
Warm-up cast.
We can write down some suggestions later as well from the crowd.
Oh, we didn't even mention Living Armor as another factor in this top lane.
Yeah,
it's going to be cast on Treant now, or on the Tidehunter.
Does he still not have Kraken Shell?
He got a point in it now.
Okay.
But as far as like game plans go, what you always need to consider with a Drow strat is how much it accelerates when Drow hits level 6. And the good news for paiN, even though there's been a couple of kills going the way of Mineski, is that King RD largely has been getting pretty good farm and now has his treads available close to level 6. And that will accelerate, especially the Mirana will benefit a lot from this.
Duster, he sees jabs right there. Takes a Spectral Dagger to the back of the face, but Ninja Boogie's here with a cask into the Fissure. That's a lot of damage coming out with the Enchant Totem. That is a dead Rubik. Mushi better be careful, though. Has about 200 HP, but will live through the day, so a nice kill there from Mineski. But right now, Mushi, 26 and 10, all things considered, doing pretty well.
Yeah, this is to be expected when they're Tri versus dual lane. If Treant was up here, Mushi would not have this much farm, but then the question is how much would it cost their Drow in the safe lane playing against Dark Willow. So Pata has kind of been playing as a buffer down here and did end up dying once, as you saw, to keep his Drow in good condition. Now that Drow is level 6, we might see the Treant rotate to top. I feel like they could put a lot more pressure on this Spectre and give him a worse game. But I'm sure Mushi is very happy sitting on 30 CS. A lot of the time we see Spectres at this time in the game, like 6.5 minutes in, you're sitting around 15 if you're having a tough lane.
I'm actually a little surprised HFN's only level 3. Or Jabs, I should say, level 3. A lot of these games in this tournament, he's been roaming level 5 level. He actually, in some cases, the highest level in the game at like 7-8 minutes.
It's one of the weaknesses of playing a safe lane tri lane for this long. Like, you've actually just flat out tri lane in the safe lane.
Oh, the Fissure is there. And this is going to be a lot of damage being applied with that Bedlam. Ice takes another kill for himself on this Dark Willow. Who, is this a hero that can just take over the game, you think? She has drums. I don't exactly know what the build is for offlane.
In this kind of game, I think Drow, or rather the Dark Willow, will fare pretty well. I don't think it's like the perfect Dark Willow game. There's a couple of things that are annoying for her to deal with, especially Gust can be a problem.
And we're going to have a telekinesis here. Treant protecting out mid lane. We're going to see the beautiful dodge there from Mirana. And the Witch Doctor died. Hey, we're on the same pace, Pimp. We've both missed one kill.
You can't watch 2 kills at once, right?
Don't shake your head at me. Mushi now in the top lane. So, what, 36 and 11? I'd say as far as CS is concerned, compared to the Drow, pretty even, but I believe Spectre is much lower level because of all the heroes leeching XP from her.
She did get her level 6 now. Drow is 6.5, so it's not the biggest difference.
Oh, that's actually really surprising.
Now that Haunt is available, I mean, that's part of the reason why the supports of Mineski are low level, right? The Witch Doctor and Shaker didn't take as much XP from Mushi as they could have. They got 1 or 2 pulls off, and that's kind of it.
Ooh, the Fissure blocking King RD in. Bedlam is there. It's going to deal a little bit of residual damage as King. Oh my God. Okay, he's just dead.
Shadow Realm, baby.
Ranger. Yeah. What level is that?
Level 4.
Okay.
This is the standard build of Dark Willow. You max Shadow Realm first, and then Brambles are secondary. And sometimes you see a value point in Cursed Crown. I've seen core Willows not even get Cursed Crown until level 10, but has got that value point, and I agree with that. I feel like this skill point is too good to skip. It's a 2-second stun, right? For 1 point. It's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you talked about how some people have just skipped Cursed Crown entirely, which is kind of surprising to me as a kind of a value level. It's been pretty effective overall since I mean, compared to other skills, it's a little underwhelming, I guess, in some respects, right?
It's a really good way to set up Bedlam, right? Like, you can't 100% rely on Brambles to keep the target in place, so that way you make sure that you will be able to get up close. He's used it in both of the kills on Drow, I believe. The Cursed Crown has been integral in landing the kill, so... Mineski should be pretty happy right now. Their laning stage is obviously going very well at this point. The Haunt has not even been used. Mushi is level 7, so rotation plays are available, and that's actually exactly what they're going to do now. They have a smoked Queen of Pain and Witch Doctor looking out for any possible opening in the Radiant jungle, and they will be there ready on that Haunt trigger button for a play mid. This is going to hurt for paiN.
Yeah, Duster. Oh, it's actually going to be applied to that poor Drow Ranger. Easy kill for Mineski. Actually forces a TP out from Tavo. He has Ravage now. Have yet to see that come into play. But yeah, the supports in general right now just feel more underleveled than we've been seeing in this tournament so far because of all the roaming. There's constant roaming from both teams.
Yeah, I'm looking at Ice right now. It's like level 9.5. Yeah, I feel like this should not be happening. If you give Dark Willow away and you let it off lane, giving that hero a free lane is so dangerous. And Treant Drow just have not been able to put pressure on him at all. And he's kind of ramping up the pace here. He's second on last hits. He's taking the enemy safe lane tower minute 10 against the Treant.
Deny. Can he get it? Will he try?
Really?
No, he's not.
Living armor?
No. So tower to Mineski. Oh, Moons might be in some trouble with. Nope. Starstorm not able to come out, or he already used it. And we have a TP out in the bottom lane now. So close calls. Ninja Boogie trying to get that level 6. Of course, the Treant Protector only level 4 right now. No
Treant Protector is
the Sentry is there, and that is a dead Treant to say the least. Jabs takes credit for that. As the score is now 3-8 in favor of Mineski with actually a 4K lead. Yeah, higher than I thought it would be.
paiN have to push the tempo now. They need to take towers. If they don't start trying to play aggressively as 5 or 4 heroes.
We'll see how strong Ice is right here. He's getting telekinesis, but there's a Shadow Realm. He's going to pop his ult. There's a Ravage, though. He's doing so much damage to this Titan. He might be able to solo kill him. In fact, he does. TP support is there in the form of Ninja Boogie, but didn't really need it, honestly. And here comes the Spectre. Duster attempting to TP out. There's the cast, though, onto Drow Ranger. King RD. The Shadow Realm should be enough to finish him off. That's a double kill for Ice. And we're seeing this hero at its highest potential, I feel like, right now, at least in the early stages.
When Dark Willow gets free levels and good farm in lane, the hero is absolutely extreme at this point. And I think that's one of the key things you have to deal with when you're playing against Dark Willow. Obviously, these players are maybe not the most experienced at playing these matchups because the hero is not in captain's mode, but I'm sure they've played there's plenty share of pubs against Dark Willow players that get a free lane, and sometimes it just feels like you don't really have control of the game very early on when that happens. And Ice, he's 5-0 minute 12 on this Dark Willow, level 10. And the way I see it, the moment he gets his next item, I think he can solo kill any hero on the map. Much. He's going for that Yule Scepter. Obviously the perfect setup. He actually has it now. Oh dear. Just a lot of damage. Often we see Dark Willows go for a Kaya as part of the build. This time he's gone for the drums. I think he's going to bypass that, and we might see him go straight for either a Hex or a Blink Dagger next.
Oh, the Sonic Wave misses. Of course, he was invisible. He's actually going to taunt. Not sure if that's an auto or not, but this is South American team, so let's just assume it was on purpose. Tavo lives through the day. Maledict will not be enough to take him out. Ninja Boogie's still searching. Don't think he's going to find him, though. He TP's back to base.
Compared to the Queen of Pain, I feel like it's been all bottom lane Duster.
Yeah,
actually got away from him.
It's going to take a Shadow Realm. In fact, it's going to be on King RD. Bramble comes out. No, that's the Terrorize. In fact, he's going to completely miss. And see if they can turn this around. He actually stole Terrorize. The Yule's going to keep him up with that Shadow Realm still activated. He's not going to be able to... Oh, he does actually at the last moment hit the Treant Protector. And with that stun, doesn't have vision, though. They do clean up the Drow Ranger on the bottom side. And HFN, he's going to find Moon with that Starstorm. Little arrow. Not going to be enough to actually take him out. Moon actually does not blink to the low ground. He could be being taken out here, but here's the reinforcements in the forms of Jabs and Mushi. Fissure, Mushi's right click, Living Armor trying to keep him alive, but doesn't look to be the case this time around. So a 2-for-0 in the bottom half of the map.
And I was about to say, I feel like Mirana has been really quiet this game. Like, hasn't been involved in that much, mainly just pushing out mid and farming, whereas Moon has been moving a little bit more with that Queen of paiN trying to make plays. I think for paiN Gaming's lineup to shine, this Mirana has to get more involved. She's the only hero on the paiN side having a good time right now. High levels, good farm. She has the Drow aura on her side. They need to try to set up some sort of smoke play where they group up and collapse on a tower and then use their Ravage, use the Mirana to deal the damage that they do have. If you keep playing like this with Drow and you just sit back and try to farm and play slowly, the hero loses a lot of its potential, especially when it's counterpicked by the Spectre.
Oh, Ninja Boogie finds them with the smoke here. It reveals at the very least. Looks like he will drop to the deck as the arrow does connect. So paiN at least gets something out of that, but they definitely wanted a bigger target.
Yeah. They smoked in here to get this objective. This is the primary goal of the play. They're happy to get a support on the way. Obviously, it would have been better if they got a core, but anything right now that allows them to siege this tower is very welcome for them. On the other side, Mineski just keeps pushing the side lanes. They're not interested in trying to defend this tower without the Witch Doctor, so we have the Dark Willow pushing out bottom, and we had the Spectre up top, who's, by the way, sitting on a pot of 3,000 gold. Looks like Mushi will be rushing Radiance this game after Aquila.
Ooh.
And that means that this relative, like this gold advantage from Mineski is not that powerful right now, because there's 3,000 of this net worth lead that is not being put to use at all. The gold advantage is a bit deceptive, and the Radiant side can definitely take a team fight. They do manage to combine and set up correctly.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
My. I'm sure Sir Action Slacks has something to do with it. So you want to hear something interesting, Cinderin?
Sure.
You know, we had some delays today.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that.
No.
The lobby kept breaking, let's call it. And we started kicking all the other language casters because, you know, we start with China, then Philippines, because we just assume it's the usual business in esports. But it turns out after the 15th lobby that Slacks was connected to the lobby and alt-tabbed, and he was ruining it over and over again. So, in fact, he is the literal reason why we're late to start the day. So if you guys see him out there in the crowd at some point today, give him a little pat on the back.
He actually just got multiple other language casters out of the lobby.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Great job, Slacks.
I mean, he's a red coat after all, trying to ruin the tournament. So
guess so. Yeah. Well, first
so far,
mission accomplished so far. Great job, Slacks.
Well done. So we are back into the game. And 6K lead, like you said, half of it going towards that. I mean, he's going to have Radiance pretty soon. And once he gets that, that's going to be super scary for paiN Gaming. And we talked about Spectre kind of countering Drow in general.
Yeah, the primary way that Spectre usually deals with Drow very well, I mean, the obvious thing is obviously Haunt, right? Like, you Haunt in, you find her in the backline, and you start fighting her, but Spectre's itemization in general is so good against Drow. Drow has no way of dealing with Manta style. She has no way of dealing with...
Oh, the arrow! That was not intended for him. A Terrorize comes out. Ninja Boogie can find the way to get... Echo Slam, though, is there onto one. Ravage to follow, only going to hit two. Don't know if they have actually enough damage to take anybody out, but Jabs does fall. Sonic Wave, HFN attempting to TP out. The right clicks don't look like they will suffice. Nope, the Sonic, or the Scream of paiN is there. And the Shadow Realm
is available
continuing
now
to do damage. From the backside, Ice. There's the Haunt. He's going to come in onto King RD. That's a lot of lost damage. He's going to miss the Spectral Dagger, though. Ice again with the Shadow Realm.
Oh, really
and
good
this should be more than enough damage to take out two more members of paiN Gaming. That's 4 dead in trade of only the Earthshaker. Unless Witch Doctor died. That's
Witch Doctor did get arrowed first.
Oh, that's right.
He was the kill that started the fight. He already spawned.
that was pretty... I wish we could get an instant replay of that.
This is a relic for Mushi.
Yes.
And yeah, so what I was getting at was the itemization of Spectre in general is really good against Drow, right? Because you don't have a good way of dealing with illusions from Manta. You are really annoyed when you're blinded by Radiance. You're not a very mobile hero, so it's annoying when you get slowed and you get diffused. So like all of the items that Spectre likes to buy are just innately good against that hero. That's why Drow strats that play against Spectre in general will try to play a really fast pace and look to group up and take towers, and it just hasn't gone well enough for paiN Gaming.
Curse Crown into... Oh my god, okay. Good lord, Rubik just gets destroyed. Are there any cool... You were talking about spell steal from Rubik and how Bramble could be pretty useful, because it's kind of confusing whose it is, because it's not going to be any different as far as visual, like visually speaking. Is there anything else that you think, like obviously Fissure is a huge one?
Fissure's the best spell steal this game. Yeah, I think Fissure is good.
You don't like Haunt? You don't like the Rubik Haunt?
Nice. Yeah, then you itemize for it, and Rubik gets Radiance.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Obviously Blink from Queen of paiN is a pretty good spell steal. You get the mobility, Sonic Wave, Good steal. That's actually a lot of good steals across the board when you look at it. The only hero you don't want to spell steal from in this game ever really is Spectre. So that is not really the problem for this Rubik. The problem for Rubik rather is that their laning stage went as poorly as it did, and that they haven't been able to use this timing of Drow Ranger. And when she falls behind and plays slow, it will be difficult. So I'm not sure what the game plan right now is for paiN. If they think that they can keep farming with this Mirana and she will get strong enough that she can fight as Spectre and the Dark Willow and Queen of paiN later on, I would not agree with that. But maybe they just don't feel like they have any other options. Like if they try to group up and take a tower fight, maybe they feel like they're going to lose it. Let me tell you something, it's only going to get harder when this Radiance comes out.
Yeah. The Radiance, it's just going to amplify everything from Mineski, I feel. I mean, Ice right now, look at him. He's not scared of a Tidehunter at all. Level 14 on this Dark Willow. Just annoying the crap. Yeah, here's that Fissure, Maledict as well. Death Ward, doesn't even matter. It's more than enough damage with the Maledict applied. Tavo, still at that top tier 1. The Curse Crown on a creep, actually.
Missed the dust there, Jabs.
Now terrorized with that, I believe that was a stolen one from Duster. Is he going to steal something else now? The Death Ward, in fact. Ninja Boogie looks like he'll find his way to the grave one way or the other, unless he can somehow maneuver himself out of the trees here, but not to be this time around. So we're seeing trades, but it's supports for cores.
Yeah.
Definitely not what paiN's looking for.
It's not good enough. They need to just flat out. I mean, I've said it multiple times now, but I just don't see any option except that for their lineup. It's very one-dimensional what this Radiant lineup can do, and if it doesn't get executed properly and they don't hit that timing, then eventually they will just be forced into fights at Roshan that they can't win anymore. The Aegis will go to the Dire and they can take it slow. That's one thing that's really nice for Mineski here, is they shouldn't feel in any rush at all. Like as long as they're pushing waves and farming, all the pressure in the game is on paiN.
All right, so now that net worth lead is a little bit more accurate since the Radiance is online.
Yes.
So
now it's
Mineski
really
has a giant lead.
Giant,
9K at 19 minutes is enormous. 40 movement speed, talent picked up by Ice. And we might have some action here as Moon's going to run right into Duster. Shadow Realm coming out, but the telekinesis is there. The Fissure into the Curse Crown. That's a lot of disable, but not a whole lot of damage right now. It's a tier 1 tower. Will be the focus for Mineski.
Gonna get Living Armored for now. Doesn't look like they're going to be in time to defend it regardless, though. Or, well, Tavo's walking in. Arrow, not connecting.
Yeah, Arrow not going to connect. Bramble, God, this hero is so annoying. The Shadow Realm now. You can just spam these spells. I mean, he has Yules, I believe. He's super fast, actually. With the 40 move speed, 495 move speed.
Drum, Yules,
to travel, drums, Yules, and that talent. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, Yules is just the perfect item for this hero, I think. It's very nice to get the extra move speed. You want the mana regen because your spells are expensive. It sets up your entire combo. You cast Curse Crown on someone, you Yule them, and then when they drop down, they get stunned. If you time it perfectly, you can kill heroes that have blinks, even. Like it's so hard to deal with. You just, when they come down from the Yules, you even put them in brambles, so they can't, it's kind of, this hero has a bit of everything, right? It has a root, it has a lot of damage, it has a stun, it has evasion, it has an AoE knockdown with the fear. All right, I like this play from paiN.
Yeah, this is
gotta
something
do
they
something
need to do. Absolutely.
I think it should have done this a long time ago, actually. It should have done it before the Spectre even spent her gold. Just go here and make something happen in the game.
Yeah.
Looks like Mineski might know the jig is up here, but could be too late.
Oof, I don't know. It's going to be tough. Terrorize is there. Those going to hit on one hero. Nice positioning from paiN Gaming. Here comes Ice, but HFN isn't going to be able to get the Aegis of the Immortal. Ramble Maze comes out. This is not the area you want to be in. Sonic Wave coming in to finish off here. It's a 2-for-0 right now. And it looks like Mineski is just cleaning up despite giving up the Roche.
Oh, great.
They're even going to find the HFN kill in their own jungle. That's the Aegis. But you have to think they have enough heroes as long as they can get one disabled. The Enchant Totem, nice timing. Shadow Strike, this is just ridiculous. Mineski is just cleaning up left and right. 22-7, 12K lead for Mineski, and no more Aegis for paiN.
And again, the thing about this is I like paiN's play. I just think it's too late. Like this idea they should have got 7 minutes ago, or maybe even more. I don't know if they could have taken Roche around the 10 to 12 minute mark. It's not that easy. Maybe if they would have bought a medallion on someone, it could have worked out, and then they could try to snowball that into towers. But now that the timing is in this current, I'm trying to find a silver lining here for paiN, and I'm not finding it. Like I don't know what their lineup can really do anymore. Mineski is just gonna run at them whenever they have their cooldowns ready, force them to fight. And if they can't kill the Spectre off first, she will kill everyone just with passive damage from Radiance and Haunt Illusions. So, gotta make their last stand. I wonder if Mineski are gonna try to high ground here. They don't have to. Keep farming if they wish.
Is there like a best case scenario for paiN in these fights? You have Moonlight Shadow, maybe a surprise initiation with Ravage. The question is, do they have enough damage to actually take out a couple cores before Mineski can react?
I think the absolute best case scenario is they Moonlight in. Oh, hang on, Tavo.
Okay,
he got caught by a
really wanted that deny, and it might cost him his life. A couple more right clicks. The Fissure ensures it. Easy kill for paiN or for Mineski.
I guess the best case scenario is they Moonlight Shadow in. They come in from the back. They find Spectre. They kill Spectre. She does not have buyback Haunt. At the same time, they're controlling the Shaker, so he can't Blink Echo them. And Dark Willow takes his hands off the keyboard for 5 seconds.
Well, he has a blink now. Arrow's not going to connect as Maledict is applied, but Ninja Boogie will be able to TP out to safety.
Oh, they're actually standing under this ward right now. That ward has had its full lifetime on the enemy side. This ward is really strong just because it's not always obvious that it's placed. You know, there's some places where, okay, we just took a fight and they clearly had vision. You very quickly narrow it down which ward it is. And this ward is by no means uncommon, but it's just like the area that it sees is not as often in use. So a lot of the time you get information but don't actually take the fight in the ward, but it helps you prepare for a fight. Let's say in the Roche pit, right? You see the enemy team move in toward Roche and then you take a fight in the Roche pit and they're like, oh, they definitely had vision. And then you try to de-ward around the Roche, but the ward actually just saw you move in there rather than be part of the fight. So, wards like these are becoming a lot more popular in Dota because teams have got way better at knowing the ward spots and de-warding. So a lot of the times you choose a ward that sees less of the map but gives information that is more reliable to remain for multiple minutes.
So I know you're going to think I'm being sarcastic, but
yes,
I'm not being sarcastic. That was very interesting. You think I'm being sarcastic? I'm not. That was great. You're the best, buddy.
Thank you. I think you're great too. Was I being sarcastic?
That's a tough one. I mean, Europeans don't really understand sarcasm. Let's be real.
All right. I'm pretty sure I taught you sarcasm. All right. Rubik is in trouble. Rubik will die.
Yes. In trouble is an understatement. Another easy kill. And the crazy thing about, not that Bedlam is even necessary for that kill necessarily, but 40-second, is it a 40-second cooldown level 3?
30 now.
30 right now.
It's 40, 30, 20.
Oh, that's right. It goes down to 20. My bad. My bad, yeah.
What was the old Bedlam cooldown was 2018-16, I think.
Was it?
The first version, yeah. The first version of Dark Willow was something.
Yeah, that's an... Okay, you're Ice Frog right now. All right?
Okay.
You've turned into Ice Frog.
Yeah.
Do you think he's balanced?
Dark Willow?
Yes.
No.
Like, how imbalanced?
Not yet.
It's not that bad, right?
No, it's not that bad. I think the first Dark Willow was very clearly kind of ridiculous, but it very quickly got nerfed. I also think this game doesn't necessarily showcase the place the hero is in because he had like a perfect lane. Yeah. He doesn't have any very good natural counters against him. A lot of heroes will look extremely good under those conditions.
I mean, we've gotten a decent sample size in Captain's Drive, and she's gotten stomped a few times for sure.
I still think the hero is a bit too good in some ways, but it's not as ridiculous as some people make it out to be. You need to counterpick it with the right type of heroes, of course. And
I think, like, generally
you know, in some
speaking,
games you 10th pick a Timbersaw, and there's like nothing against Timbersaw, and you're like, Timbersaw is so broken, right?
Yes.
But I feel like Dark Willow has less scenarios where it's hard countered than Timber does. So, that's a good fear from Ice. Will he be able to get potted down here? Yes.
That's a Bedlam. I don't know if you know, that has a 20-second cooldown at level 3. So it's pretty good. Top lane, we have the Fissure, we have the Enchant Totem. Mushi's here to play as well. Ice. Boots of Travel, no big deal. Shatter on. Will he take it for himself? No, not in time, buddy.
He tried to.
Yeah, he really did.
He definitely tried to. 500 health talent now for Mushi. Spectre's talents, I think, are actually really good. That is not the reason the hero is not picked very much, as Rubik dies in mid as well. Mineski are all over the place right now. Killing heroes, looking for HFN. He will leap out
Fissure
for now.
coming in as well.
Fissure.
Ninja Boogie looking for a potential cast. Oh,
great
Slam
combo.
will actually miss, but at this stage of the game, it does not matter. It's all for lulz. As the tier 2 tower is taken out, and
it's definitely high ground here. They're going to bring down the Spectre. So I think Spectre's talents are really good, but like the hero just has some still really strong or big innate weaknesses in laning.
My God.
Good living armor. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not going to stop Fissure, unfortunately. And King RD looks to be next on the list. He pops the BKB, but to no avail. I believe that was a 10-second BKB, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe paiN Gaming may have lost the game.
I believe so. Luckily for them, this is a best of 3, so they can come back. in game 2 coming up next, but
honestly,
they do still need to finish the job.
I have to say, I'm a bit surprised. When you're a team that goes Drow first 2, and just watching this game, that's a really good cast.
Oh, the Sonic Wave. BKB popped by Moon. Not quite enough damage yet, but Duster finally finds his way to the grave. And the rest of Mineski is just, you know, objective-based gaming. Fortification's there, but don't think that's going to really do a whole lot, as 2 members of paiN Gaming are dead with no buyback.
Pump faking the Ravage. Mineski didn't even flinch.
Have we seen Overgrowth yet? I'm sure
we used it once.
Okay.
Once or so. But
we haven't had any like great team fights for paiN for I'd say the last 30 minutes, which is, it's a 27-minute game, so.
They did have a good team fight before the game started. They won the rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they own that. Rock over scissors, by the way. We've got to keep track of these stats.
Absolutely. There will be a meta game in that later on in the tournament for sure.
You know, okay, since we're getting to the territory where we can actually go off on tangents, this is my favorite part of casting. She's just making this into a podcast. Do you think that there is skill involved in rock, paper, scissors?
Yes, when you've played enough games against one opponent.
Now, let's say I need to clear my throat.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I know we have a cough button, but I'm not going to use it. The audience can just deal. Oh, we actually have a smoke gang. So paiN, we'll have to get back to this in a minute. Don't forget. Don't let me forget.
I don't think they're not connecting on the smoke, so you can go ahead.
Okay, just want to make sure. So, first time playing. Let's say there's no history between the 2 members that are playing rock, paper, scissors, but you can see each other's faces.
Yeah.
Is there any skill involved?
Uh-oh. The fight is breaking out, Shannon. Why are you talking about rock, paper, scissors when there's a fight breaking out?
The BKB terrorizes there. Looks like Deathward's going to do a little bit of damage, but that's a lot of Maledicт coming out onto Tidehunter. It looks like he will fall one way or the other. In fact, the first one to do so without using Ravage. 2 dead for paiN, and a nice double fissure. 1 canceling King RD's TP, and that's just going to be GG.
Yeah.
Can't blame them. Mineski taking game 1 in style, one could say.
Yeah, I think when you first 2 Drow like this and you play this kind of strategy, I'm a bit surprised that I thought when you see a team first 2 Drow, you would feel like, okay, they're confident in this strategy. Drow is played in a very specific way. You try to hit this timing together, and I just didn't. To me, this didn't feel like a paiN Gaming that we're playing around Drow's timing in this game. They picked the Drow strat. It didn't really get played as a Drow strat, in my opinion.